Hey guys, welcome back. I'm in a hockey mood here, a hockey off-season mood here. I just finished recording my most recent FHM 10 video, so I wanted to come back to my Eastside hockey manager playthrough with the Bruins. We're at the end of the first season, and we left it right at the draft. And I made a trade, and the board isn't happy with the trade. My fans aren't happy with the trade, but because I can't be fired, I don't care. We made a trade with the Anaheim Ducks. We moved on from Linus Ullmark, who is, he's really good. The contract expires at the end of next season, and we probably weren't going to re-sign him. So we traded Linus Ullmark to the Ducks, and in return, we pick up, and we also sent Tyson Yost to move a little bit more money. And in return, we pick up Ryan Strome. He's 30 years old. He signed to a 4-year, essentially $20 million contract. I really like the ratings across the board. He's going to bring us some really solid depth in the middle. It should slot into our top 6 nicely. And we pick up a second-round pick. That second-round pick, I think, is 33rd. I want to say it's the top pick of the second round. So, yeah, we may have to make some more moves in order to bring Swayman back. Yeah, because I think... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Because we can't offer him what he wants. So we might have to wait to the off season, and then we get into a bit of a bidding war. But I'm confident that we can bring Swayman back, and it's time for the draft. And we don't have a ton of draft capital here. We have the 33rd pick. So I think we're just going to hop into the draft and just kind of see how it goes. See what we can pick up with the 33rd pick in the draft. Start the draft. We'll fast forward. All right. So we are at pick 33. And the highest ranked player still out there is Sasha Boisvert. An 18-year-old. Looks like he's going to be really good offensively. He's got a great shot already, 14 slap shot, 15 wrist shot. Mental ratings are there. He's not very physical. He is only 18, but 6'2", 180 pounds. I like Boisvert. Our head scout wants us to take Danila Bulatov, a forward who doesn't look nearly as good as Boisvert. Maxim Massey. And Boisvert feels like the pick. Igor Graf. Yeah, I think Boisvert feels like the pick. Feels fairly obvious to me. Yep, Sasha Boisvert. We're going to draft him with the 33rd pick. Happy with that. Because I think we have, a 4th round pick? It's going to sim a while? Yeah. All right, so Valdemar William Hull is who Bonvi and Monty want us to take, a 19-year-old out of Switzerland, okay? Good wrist shot, good work rate, very physical already at 6'2", 196 pounds. That's not a bad option. Cameron Johnson, a 19-year-old center. A little more developed, good on the face-offs, good mental ratings. Cameron Johnson is not a bad option. Cole Longacre, defenseman who can't really play defense. That's a bit of a challenge. Papagayev, a defenseman who can't really play defense. Kiviaru. Game does not like Kiviharu at all. The game, he's not terrible. That's a lot of yellow for an 18-year-old. Good work rate, good determination, flair. He's going to be an offensive-minded defenseman, right, with those ratings. I think we're going to go Kiviaru. Cameron Johnson isn't. We're going to take Cameron Johnson. He's 19, little, those are some pretty good ratings for a 19-year-old. And if Kiwiharu's there with our next pick, we can take him. And he is. Okay. So they still want us to take Valdemar William Hull. I'm going to take Aaron Kiwiharu here in the third round. So there's our 2 third-round picks. All right, now he wants us to take Leighton Carruthers, 19-year-old winger, Evan Lambert, and Julian Lanthier. Can we... Let's view the attributes. Balance, deke, hit, speed, stamina, strength. Those are the physical. Let's look at the attacking ratings. Wrist shot, passing, offense. Dario Allenspach, 21 years old, but three stars. Yeah, I mean, he's an overager, but I like those ratings. I mean, those are some pretty good ratings for a 21-year-old. Good wrist shot, work ethic, off the puck, good on face-offs. Dario Allenspach. We will draft him with our third-round pick. Now they all want us to take Leighton Carruthers. And I don't understand really why. They all have him listed as 3 stars. Potential third-line power winger. They all have him listed as a third-line guy, and I think that's because of the potential defensive ratings. His checking, his deflections, his hitting, and his poke checking positions are all okay. Let's look at defense. Positioning. What do we got here? Nicholas DeAngelis, a 20-year-old. Good checking, good position, good poke check. Good 20 on his bravery. That's impressive. Oof. That's really bad. Do we have a technical? We don't have a technical. What about goaltenders? What do we have for goaltenders? Anticipation, glove hand positioning. Let's start there. Sergei Dolgov, he's a 19-year-old. Already good positioning, good recovery. Not very good stick handling. Bad work rate. Christian Mans. I mean, we don't have full scouting on him, but that doesn't look terrible. Let's take Christian Mans from the Chicago Steel. Carruthers is still out there. Mental, physical ratings. Matthew Sutter. Nikonov. I'm going to take Nikonov. That's a lot of green. I know he's 21. But all right. Niall Crocker. I think now I'm gonna lean into my scouts here a little bit. I mean, he's got some good ratings. I'm okay with Niall Crocker. Nikita Xenofontov. He's an overager as well with a high work ethic. Johan Roberts, who's the highest rated player still available. We have 50. We have number 51 overall pick still available, and I think I'm going to take him. Got a lot of yellow in there for an 18-year-old. That's not bad. And the draft is done. All right, so there is our draft. They wanted to send us, Iserman went number 1, Celebrini went number 2, Pelletier went 3. Cool. All right, let's read all, and let's continue. Mackenzie Weegar on the trade block. It's a ridiculous contract, $6.2 million for years and years and years. We should keep going. We gotta get up to free agency because we have to bring back Swayman at this point. We just have to. The advantage is that once we get into the off season, we can go above the cap, and then we can make moves to get back below it after the fact. So that's kind of the hope. Expiring contracts. Anybody here we want to? Yeah, Swayman, but again, I can't offer him a contract yet. I don't think there's anybody else I'm particularly concerned about. Maybe we can. No. We can offer Steen $840,000. I'm fine with that. Other than that, I don't care about any of those players. So I think we did an okay job bringing back the players that we were interested in. Keep going. I think it's July 1st, I think is where the game rolls over. Who is this? Gibson Homer. All right, we signed him. 20-year-old. He'll start in Providence. Devin Taves? Huh. Well, his contract expires. Maybe he's somebody we can take a look at once we get to the off season. Peyton Krebs. What is he doing on Vancouver? He was traded to Vancouver. He didn't have a very good season. I wish I had more draft capital. It would have been fun to spend some time looking at some of those top picks. San Jose is hoping to acquire Jason Zucker for some reason. No, he looks okay. Game is updating. Huh. Should save. And we'll get through a couple of days of free agency, see if we can make any moves to improve the team, and then I'll kind of do some stuff offline, and the next episode will be the beginning of the next season. So, all right. Conn Smythe Trophy goes to Austin Matthews. Masterson goes to Eichel. David Pastrnak made the NHL All-Second Team. Pastrnak was named the Player of the Year. Ivan Fedotov on waivers. Felix Sandstrom on waivers. Oh, it's updating the game data because it's doing like awards and stuff like that, I imagine. So once we get to the 30th, or the 1st rather, July 1st, it should kick over to the start of the new season. Is that Stuart Skinner? Jeff Skinner. Yeah, he's got a contract. He's got a contract. San Jose wants to acquire him, they can. So we should be kicking over to July 1st here momentarily. Happy with the draft. I think we picked up some good players, and I think they're why were we given $10 million? Oh, TV rights. So is this free agency? Is that what's going on here? Yeah, it is. Okay. A lot of players leaving their teams. What did DeBrusk do in Buffalo this year? 15 points in 33 games. Yeah, it's all right. All right. Now we're at free agency. A lot of offers made for a lot of people. A respectable league position. So we're going to read all these, and we are going to go to free agency. My phone will not stop beeping. And we need to find Swayman. Okay, so he wants 4.8 for 7 years. Well, what if we did 6? Bump this up to 5. This up to 5. We offer him that. All right. We offer Swayman a contract. And what do we need? Before we start looking at who's available, let's look at what we need from a roster makeup. Wow. We only have 19 players on our roster. All right. We have no goalies. We have no goalies because neither of these guys are going to be on our team next year. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defensemen. Shen, McAvoy. Yeah, our defensively we need help. What do we have in Providence? Well, it's time for Lowry. Beecher. Renee's not ready. Harrison's not ready. I think he needs another year, maybe. Lysol, I think it's just time. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely need another defenseman. Luke Shen is not. I think he's better served as a 7th guy. Forward-wise, I think we're okay with the depth. I think we're okay depth-wise. So defensemen and goalies is what we're going to be looking for here. Let's go to free agents. All right, we're at free agents. All right. Let's filter. Let's look at goalies. We already made the offer to Swayman. Wow. He looks pretty good. What is going on here? Oh, this is everybody. Okay. NHL free agents. There we go. That was okay. We have to configure this. All right. Here we go. Position goalie. All right. So we made an offer to Sway. And Lankinen as our backup. Lauren Brosseau, Wedgwood. Casey, I kind of need to bring in Casey DeSmith just because he went to UNH. And what does he want? There's no, okay. Stolars, no. Flowers still going strong. None of these guys are any good. Is it Brosseau? I think it's probably Brosseau. What does he want? $3.8 million for 5 years. Yeah, I can't do that. So how do I back up here? How do I back up? I mean, he's going to say no, and then maybe I can get another option to go back and offer. So let's go any position defense. All right. So I got Devin Taves. What does he want? $60 million over 6 years. No, thank you, Devin. But Pesci. $6.8 for 7. That's a lot of money. Matt Roy. Buffalo? Los Angeles. Pretty well-rounded. He wants essentially the same contract. All right. Gospisir, Klingberg. Is this the time to bring Noah Hannafin into the fold finally? 5.9 for 8 years. I can't give Hannafin an 8-year contract. TJ Brody, he's 34. He wants 4 years at 5.5. Oof. The money isn't so bad. It's the length on some of these contracts that's just rough. Calvin DeHaan is a really good stay-at-home defenseman. He wants 6 years. Yeah, it's the length of some of these deals. Klingberg is an offensive-minded guy. He wants 6 for 6. Justin Schultz looks all right. Not a very good checker. He's an offensive-minded guy. He wants 6 years at $21 million. I can't do that. How did Hannafin do last year? He only had 2 goals. He had 3 goals and played 83 games. Yeah, that's just not going to do it for me. I'm sorry. It's just not going to do it for me. Nikita Zadorov, no. Justin Schultz is 33. Does Matt Dumba want? The Dumba isn't bad. I mean, I don't want to give him 7 years. Would he take 4? They did something like this. Would he take something like that? Let's sim ahead a day. So Arizona offered Shea and Hannafin. Pesci's got a lot of contract offers. Sebastian Aho. Oof. $5 million. It's a lot of money. Let's see if we get answers from Boston Writes to Swayman. Well, I offered him a contract, so I'm just waiting for him to respond now. No one's signed yet. No one has signed yet. These are all just offers. Looked like I had some money, so we'll see how things go after Swayman and potentially Stamkos. Oof. Cool. All right, so we are going to sign Jeremy Swayman. So we pick up our, don't pick up. We bring back our number one goaltender for the next half century, and the 25-year-old Jeremy Swayman. So we've added to our forward depth. I mean, I like Strome in there with Konechny now. All right, so Nashville gets Zucker. Toronto signed Vladimir Tarasenko. I want to see where if we sign Dumba, I want to see where we stand. Okay, so we are going to get Dumba here. Okay. Do we want to sign Dumba? That's the question. He's 29. It's a 4-year contract. I feel like that's okay. We're going to go ahead and sign Dumba. We'll sim ahead a day, get him on our roster, kind of see where that puts us, and then figure out what, if anything, else we can do. I don't know how much money we're going to have left. Still no real signings going down here. So we got Sway. We got Dumba. So Lindholm, Lowry, Carlo, Dumba. I don't like Yoki Haru really in there either. I'd rather have Shen with Yoki Haru as my 7th defenseman, I guess. Our forward lines. Strome. It still wants JVR on that top line. I mean, to be fair, he had a great season last year. 31 goals. And then we go Strome Konechny. How did Charlie do last year? I think he had a pretty good season, didn't he? At 51 points? Off. Yeah, I think we need another forward. McAvoy, Carlo, Lowright. Yeah, I like our defense. I don't know what we have left for money. Looks like we still have... Oh, we're over the cap. We are currently over the cap. All right, well, that's a problem. Because we still need to sign a backup goalie. So is there anybody here that we can move? Luke Schen's making 2.75. Yeah, we still need to sign another goalie. So let's... go to free agents. Let's configure this to goaltenders. The one I want is Casey DeSmith. He still hasn't answered us, so let's see what he says. Let's wait till we get an answer one way or the other from DeSmith. So Philadelphia gets Max Tomey and Devin Taves. Chandler Stevenson to Anaheim. Chicago offers Noah Hannafin. Yeah, I might have to move some players for salary cap space again this season, but that's fine. Whatever. Ryan put on the block, huh? $3 million contract. $32 points a year ago, 43 the year before that. Yeah, a lot of people interested in him. We can't afford it. San Jose signing Jake DeBrusk. Brett Pesce goes to Vegas. So Lester Reinen has been traded to the Canadiens for Nicholas Bodine and Nathan Laguerre. Eric Howla for a couple of picks. Sam Reinhart signs with San Jose. We're going to give it another couple of days, and if I don't get an answer from Casey DeSmith, we're going to call it an episode, and I'm going to kind of sim ahead and do some off-season stuff on my own. Brady Shea to Arizona. Anthony Duclair goes back to Arizona, right? Used to play for Arizona, yeah. Goes back to Arizona after spending most of the season, spending all season with us. William Nylander close to signing with the Blackhawks. $41 goals last season. Wow, okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Still no answer from Casey DeSmith. We may have to do some finagling, but yeah, I think a pretty good draft for us, all things considered. Who was our first pick? Where is he? Sasha Boisver was our top pick number 32. 18-year-old center with some pretty impressive skills already. From a free agent perspective, not a whole lot. We didn't have a whole lot of money to play with, so we brought back Jeremy Swayman on a long-term deal, a reasonable contract, no more than $5 million, 5.5, 4.7, 4.7, 4.6, 4.5. And then we signed Matt Dumba to shore up the defensive line, or the back line rather, 5.5, 4.5, 4.5. We are probably going to have to move some contracts and maybe lean a little bit heavier on some of our young players. Maybe we do call up Brett Harrison this season. Maybe we lean on Oscar Steen to be a fourth line guy. I'm not really sure. We could go with Brandon Bussey as our backup goalie. I don't think he's ready yet. I don't mind a Bussey and Homer tandem down in Providence, but I got some stuff to do. I will do it, and we will be back probably start of the preseason. So that's going to do it, and I appreciate you watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.